Somewhere between Kyushu and Okinawa sits a chain of islands so remote that some are reachable only by an overnight ferry, with a population small enough that entire islands count their residents in the dozens. One of those islands, part of Kagoshima Prefecture's Tokara chain, will pay you roughly $2,000 just for showing up to live there. Toshima Village administers 7 small islands strung along the Tokara chain, a genuinely remote stretch of Kagoshima Prefecture that most people, including most Japanese people, could not place on a map. This isn't a marketing exaggeration. Getting there can take the better part of a day by boat, and the village is trying to solve chronic depopulation directly, with cash. Toshima Village offers a relocation grant of roughly 300,000 yen, about $2,000, to people willing to actually move there, on top of separate Akiya and new build subsidies that other Kagoshima municipalities, like Isa City, run for their own vacant housing stock. It is not a payment for buying a specific house. It is the village directly subsidizing the cost of becoming a resident, because on an island this small, one new resident is worth more to the local economy than the grant itself costs. A place this hard to reach will never be for everyone, and that is precisely the point. The isolation that makes Toshima nearly impossible to stumble across by accident is the same isolation keeping its population small enough that a single new household meaningfully matters to the village. Somewhere with an overnight ferry as its main connection to the rest of Japan is never going to compete with Fukuoka for foreign buyers. It doesn't need to. It needs a much smaller number of people willing to actually live there, and it is willing to pay for exactly that. Every Akiya story on this channel eventually runs into the same question: how far is too far? Toshima Village sits close to that limit, 7 islands, 1 overnight ferry, and it is still offering real money to anyone willing to cross that distance and stay. For the right person, remote isn't the obstacle. It's the whole appeal. If this made Japan's empty house market a little clearer, subscribe to Akiya Handbook, the channel that explains how Japan's cheap houses actually work, honestly, and without selling you anything. There is also a free guide waiting in the description, the Akiya Buyer's Starter Guide, how to buy a cheap house in Japan without getting burned. 11 chapters on the truth about so-called free houses, the hidden costs, and who should not buy. No hype, and completely free. The link is below. Thanks for watching.